Spain didn't just beat Austria, they sent a warning to every team left in the FIFA World Cup 2026. A commanding 3-0 victory, 22 shots, 65% possession, and Austria failed to register a single shot on target. This was far more than just a win. It was a complete footballing masterclass. Lamine Yamal dazzled with his creativity. Mikel Oyarzabal delivered a clinical brace. Marc Cucurella produced 2 assists, and Spain controlled the match from the first whistle to the last. But despite the scoreline, Austria goalkeeper Alexander Schlager produced a heroic performance that prevented an even heavier defeat. In this video, we'll break down every key moment, the tactical battle, the official match statistics, and the historic milestones that made this one of Spain's most impressive performances of the tournament. Let's get started. From kickoff, Austria tried to unsettle Spain with an aggressive high press, looking to force mistakes in dangerous areas. But Spain stayed composed, calmly moving the ball through midfield and quickly establishing control of possession. Just 2 minutes into the match, teenage sensation Lamine Yamal offered an early glimpse of the problems he would cause all evening. Cutting inside from the right, he unleashed a powerful left-footed effort that forced Alexander Schlager into an excellent save with his feet. Spain's confidence continued to grow. By the 5th minute, they had already won their first corner, pinning Austria deep inside their own penalty area. 3 minutes later came a frantic goal-mouth scramble. Dani Olmo's shot was blocked. The loose ball bounced dangerously around the 6-yard box, and Austria survived only through a series of desperate clearances. Then came the first controversial moment of the match. Around the 10th minute, Spain appealed for a handball inside the penalty area. The referee paused play while VAR reviewed the incident, but after a lengthy check, no penalty was awarded. It was a huge moment that left the Spanish players frustrated, yet they never allowed it to disrupt their rhythm. Spain continued dominating possession, circulating the ball with confidence, and forcing Austria deeper into their own half. The visitors struggled to build attacks and spent long periods defending against Spain's relentless pressure. Austria finally threatened in the 17th minute when Marcel Sabitzer delivered a dangerous cross that narrowly evaded Michael Gregoric in front of goal. It was their first meaningful attacking move, but Spain quickly regained control. Following the cooling break in the 23rd minute, La Roja resumed their relentless pressure. In the 29th minute, Stefan Posch produced a superb goal-saving tackle to deny Dani Olmo, who looked set to race through on goal. Just 1 minute later, Spain thought they had finally broken the deadlock. Marc Cucurella found the back of the net, and celebrations erupted, only for VAR to intervene once again. After review, the goal was ruled out because of a foul on goalkeeper Alexander Schlager. Many teams would have let that decision affect their confidence. Spain did the opposite. They increased the intensity and kept attacking. Their persistence was finally rewarded in the 36th minute. Marc Cucurella surged forward once again and delivered a perfectly weighted low cross into the box. Arriving at exactly the right moment, Mikel Oyarzabal calmly guided the ball beyond Schlager to give Spain a fully deserved 1-0 lead. Austria looked relieved to reach halftime only 1 goal behind, but Spain nearly doubled their advantage in stoppage time. Alex Baena curled a brilliant free kick toward the top corner, forcing another outstanding fingertip save from Schlager before the ball crashed against the crossbar. Moments later, the rebound fell kindly for Spain, yet Schlager somehow reacted with another sensational reflex save to keep Austria in the match. As the halftime whistle blew, Spain led 1-0, but the scoreline barely reflected their dominance. They had controlled possession, created chance after chance, and left Austria relying on their goalkeeper to stay alive. The biggest question heading into the second half wasn't whether Spain deserved the lead. It was whether Austria could withstand another 45 minutes of relentless pressure. Austria came out after a halftime with a clear intention to increase intensity and try to disrupt Spain's rhythm higher up the pitch. For the first few minutes, they showed more aggression, pressing Spain earlier and attempting to play more direct football. But Spain remained completely unshaken. Their midfield continued dictating the tempo, recycling possession with patience while constantly finding gaps between Austria's defensive lines. Lamine Yamal again looked like the most dangerous player on the pitch, drifting inside and creating problems every time he touched the ball. Dani Olmo also started finding more space between the lines, while Mikel Oyarzabal continued to stretch the Austrian backline. Austria's best chance of the match arrived in the 61st minute. Sasa Kalajic rose highest inside the box and connected with a powerful header. But the effort went just over the crossbar. It was a rare moment where Spain actually looked slightly vulnerable, and Spain immediately punished that missed opportunity. Just 5 minutes later, in the 66th minute, the second goal arrived. Alex Baena delivered a brilliant cross into the penalty area, and Pedro Porro made a perfectly timed run before powering a header past Alexander Schläger. It was a historic moment, Pedro Porro's first ever goal in a major international tournament, and it came in a World Cup knockout match. At 2-0, the match was effectively sealed. After the second goal, Spain shifted gears into full control mode. Instead of rushing attacks, they slowed the tempo, circulating possession and forcing Austria to chase the ball. This is where Spain's tactical maturity became clear. They weren't just attacking, they were managing the game. Even while controlling possession, they still looked dangerous every time they entered the final third. As the match entered its final stages, Lamine Yamal once again became the focal point of Spain's attack. He repeatedly beat defenders one-on-one, forced saves from Schläger, and created multiple dangerous situations inside the box. In one of the most dramatic moments, Austria captain David Alaba made a crucial goal line clearance after a Yamal effort looked destined for goal. Despite Spain's dominance, Austria continued fighting defensively, but they simply could not stop wave after wave of pressure. Spain were building toward a perfect ending. Austria had already survived wave after wave of pressure, but Spain were not finished. In the 89th minute, the final moment of quality arrived. Once again, Marc Cucurella delivered a precise low cross into the box, his second assist of the night. And once again, Mikel Oyarzabal was perfectly positioned. With calm composure, he finished clinically to make it 3-0, sealing his brace and completing a dominant performance from Spain's attack. Austria were finally broken, and Spain were in complete control until the final whistle. Spain didn't just win. They completely controlled every phase of the game. Austria failed to register a single shot on target across 90 minutes. That means Unai Simon was not forced into a single save during the entire match. A truly rare defensive statistic at World Cup knockout level. This match wasn't just about qualification. It was about history. Unai Simon extended his incredible World Cup clean sheet run, continuing a record-breaking streak of minutes without conceding. Mikel Oyarzabal scored a brace, becoming one of the few Spanish players in modern World Cup knockout history to achieve this milestone. Pedro Porro scored his first major international tournament goal in a knockout match, one of the biggest moments of his career. David Alaba's goal line clearance denied Spain a fourth goal, showing Austria's defensive resilience despite defeat. Spain also had a first-half goal ruled out by VAR after a foul on goalkeeper Alexander Schläger. Spain delivered a performance that sends a clear message to the entire tournament. This was not just a win, it was domination. 22 shots to 5, 10 shots on target to 0, 610 passes with elite control, and complete tactical superiority from start to finish. Lamine Yamal continues to grow into a world-class superstar. Mikel Oyarzabal delivered when it mattered most. Pedro Porro made history. And Spain once again looked like one of the strongest teams in the FIFA World Cup 2026. If they continue playing like this, they won't just be contenders. They will be one of the favorites to win the entire tournament. Is this the most dominant performance of the FIFA World Cup 2026 so far? Or is there still a bigger display waiting ahead? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this full match analysis, like the video, subscribe for more World Cup breakdowns, turn on notifications so you don't miss any knockout match, because the road to the World Cup trophy is just getting started. And Spain have just sent a message to the entire football world.